I have Miss Maggie Bex here today.
Hi.
And we just went through a fantastic workout. How do you feel?
Great.
You feel good? You actually feel like you got a good workout?
I do.
Right? So she got a good workout. Now it's our turn to get a good workout. And she's even going to help us film part of this. So what we're going to do is, at least what she's going to do, is she's going to film us here on the pull-up bar with the weighted belt. And what I want to do is I want to walk through the different small subtleties that are very important when you do a drop set. Okay, it's not as simple as just drop and drop and drop and do full reps and full reps. You are slightly changing your form throughout the exercise to make sure it's maximally effective. And we're gonna show you out. So here is Meg. Meg, how do you turn this around? You go like this?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for hopping on. We'll get to you in a minute. And happy wendwellness. So, first things first, I recommend a weight belt. If you don't have a weight belt and you want to do drop sets, you're going to have to clamp something in your feet, right? Now, clamping something in your feet is not only just tedious, and, but you can't really get a lot of weight in there, and you're limited, right? Now you're limited by core strength more so. You're limited by other muscle groups, where that wouldn't have been the case if you just had a belt. So that's one. Here's two. You want to show them this? So I have a bunch of plates here, right? So my plan is I'm going to drop throughout. I'm going to put everything back up on here, and then we're going to drop the weight as we go. So why did I put it up here? Well, I put it up here because if I'm in the middle of the set, do I want to have to come down and drop it? If it's hanging like this and I'm trying to take off a plate and a quarter, am I going to unclip it in the air? It's going to just tumble off, right? So you have to have something you rest it on naturally, right? So you could come over to a bench, but something like this is a great height. I can just hike it up on there, and that's that, right? So we want to start with 2 plates. Did a couple sets before this, so you're going to have to be fantastic. It's not about how many we're doing, it's about showing you the way you're doing it, right? So I have 2 plates worth of weight here, and I put that out as an example because I want to talk about this principle too. The bulk of the weight and how it sits. Would I want to do 2 plates like that, or you could even, or would I just take 2 plates, and then after I'm done with the 2 plates, I dropped everything else, right? So that's how we're going to do it. Now in the beginning, we are purposefully, for all you crazy people out there that are going to be like, oh, you're not doing a full rep. Yeah, on purpose. If you do reps where you just come to hang in the beginning, you're wasting energy. That's 1. 2, and we're just talking specific to the pull-up here. 2, if you come to the bottom and you have a lot of weight on you, what do you think happens when you go to jerk back up? Well, it's not that safe for your shoulders, right? I mean, that's how you can get hurt. So when you're really tired, you're going to come down quicker and you go, walk up. That's how you tear something where you're doing pull-ups. So we're going to come down to about probably here, anywhere from halfway to 3/4, probably closer to 3/4. And at first, we're not going to use our legs. But then we are going to use our legs as we get tired to help kick in the core to get us some more reps. Later in the workout, it's fine. You can just take a bunch of time. You can sit there with no weight and you go all the way down, all the way up. You can have 1 plate where you go all the way down, all the way up, and so on. But we're improving athletic performance, power, strength. That's what this is about, okay? This is not your stereotypical, like, let's be a bodybuilder workout. This is for improving your performance. So we have our tools here. And this is another thing. You want to show this? So what's the best way to get it on to the plates, right? You just take it, rest them on something like that, so you can just slide it right through like this, right? You don't have to hold them while you're doing this. I'm not wasting any energy, okay? I take them, I just clip it right onto that part of the belt. See that? So you can clip it. You can clip it on that, you can clip it onto another part of the belt, but here's a very, very, very important thing. Do I take this off and start going? Well, no. 1, I haven't chalked up, and 2, definitely not. You're gonna take this slack out. take the slack out. All right? Especially if you got balls, because it can get really bad if it just rips out like that and it catches something, right? So if you've been there, I'm sorry for it. In terms of chalk, whatever you can find. I have sidewalk chalk because I was on the way to the gym one day and I didn't have any chalk. And the only thing open was Michael's. I went to Michael's, worked out. It's a little harder to break up. So we're gonna go from 2 plates to a plate and a 25, to a plate and a 10, to a plate, to a 25 and a 10, 25, just a 10, and that's a set. And then we'll see how you feel after that for the rest of the workout. Now here's another thing. You see how it's like this? Slack fully out. These in front of the legs. I pull it off to the side a little because naturally it's not centered like that. Why in front of my legs? When I start to use my core, I'm going to use my legs to kind of help me get them up, right? And that makes my core work harder. Definitely a better way than having it dangle, but if it was one plate, I could let it dangle. All the subtle differences, that's why we made this video. I think, you know, this was something I was requested in general for a long time.
Now we're so easy to legs.
And if I come to the bottom, it's like breath. Rule number 2, however many rules are on. When I just did that and I went up to get another one, and I knew I would have to jerk, I went down. You don't sacrifice form for a rep in the sense that you are not controlling everything anymore and you're gonna get hurt. You change the form on purpose to get more or less reps, depending on what you're looking for, right? So here's the timing of the drop. You take your 2 plates, you carefully do that. You don't just whip up onto this, all tired, because the most common time we get hurt during a workout is the ascent or descent of a workout. It's when you're picking up the weight off the rack, or you're putting it back on. It's not during the movement. During the movement is a fluid thing typically. Or it would be the beginning or end of a rep, like we say with a pull-up. Right? That's when you jerk. That's when you move in awkward ways. It doesn't happen with fluid motion. So we just take it out. We don't need this other plate. We have our 25 plate right here. So boom. Right through that. Then when you put it through, this one's a little shorter. So you're gonna end up having to hike it up to get them off. Give it the spin. Noises on purpose. It just comes out. It comes out, and I'm not a grunt. Because then I'd be a lump, and I would get kicked out of this stupid fucking place. Alright, so now we take that off. Now it's lighter, we can go quicker. Right? We're not going to get many reps. But we have to make sure we get 4. So if we don't, we're going to come back down and change the grip until we get 4. So here I am now. Plate at a 10. Pop the 10 off. 25, 45. Straight away. Now I can just sit here. The 45 is comfortable. $25.10. So when you're doing a drop set, the smaller the increment you drop, obviously the harder, right? So if I were to drop, say, 5 pounds from the beginning, it's basically the same weight, right? It's extremely hard. So that's why we drop more in the beginning and less at the end, since it's already light. Just a 25. So we stayed military grip this whole time. Military is the toughest. Really wide would be the hardest, right? Military. Because it's the, first couple sets, we do the hardest things first. So now I went from 20 to 25 to 20. As I said, 2 10s. We'll do that. We didn't plan on it, but we'll do that. Why can I only drop 5 pounds? And it's okay because it's going up. Also, when I'm coming down, I'm absorbing the shot with my knees. I'm not just slamming down with straight feet. These are all subtleties that are very important when you do something like this, or you can get hurt, you can not get as good of results. By the way, that's the concept of a weighted pull-up drop set. I hope it was useful. If you have any questions, post them now and I'll answer them. Thanks. McGavin, yeah. Yeah, exactly. High intensity, 100% intensity, all sets with different weights. And if you're 100% intensity, like some people are like, well, I can't start a weighted drop set at 2 plates. If you want to go, I understand or whatever. All right, cool. If you want to start, if you can't do a weighted drop set with all this weight, and you're like, oh, I do 1 set with weight, and then I fail, and I get it, and that is completely reasonable. So what can you do? Well, you could do the weighted set here. Say you can do like a plate, and then you can do a 25 plate. So then after that, you go to a 10. You're like, I can only get like 1 rep and shot. You could do one of 2 things. You could either take an extra 30 seconds, see if you can get 4 now. The 30 seconds was worth those 3 reps. Or you could just do no weight. You could drop the weight even more. And if you still can't do any, then you can go over to the machine where you put your knees on the pad and it helps you with the weight, and you could finish your drop set there. Really, you could just start on that machine because you could just have the thing folded up and whatever. But do that at the end, right? So that's a way you could do it if, you know, I'm sure that was a question on here somewhere. That's definitely been a question. If you can't just do that weight to start with. Oh, Bob Vega, how you doing? Tony Franco. Feruli Zama, Steve Blake Ford, what's going on? McGavin 619, good question. Travis Steeman, how are you, my friend? Demolition Zach will demolish you. Hey, what's up, man? I just saw you doing pull-ups. You're looking great, man. Jay Navarro, how are you, my friend? Is right. Jay Grease Jr. Hikaru Wave 92. Hikaru Nakamura. Chess player. Really good one. James Yatsko, how you doing, Mr. Gowans? Itch Behind, how are you, my fine feathered friend? Malcolm Guyanella, how are you? MLO, Whaleon, Smooth 7088. Careful of the boys, Derek, that's right, man. Lois Lanley, how are you? Junior Gennaro Alvarez, Derek Jones, Kevin Mayung. Marcus Rose Fashion, every time, man. You're a beast. Thank you. Tim Cook, what's going on? Muffy Lowe, D. Sharon, Andrade, Joseph Marv, Danny Kip, what's up? Josh Witten Fit, C. Ken 229, YKAO, how are you? Bruno Weems Fitness. If I don't sound that enthusiastic, because I don't want to be that loud in Planet Fitness, so I'm sorry. But I am enthusiastic. I'm pumped to share this with you guys. I hope you got something good out of it, per usual. iPaul83, Sean Matjevich, Dreamwalker, Mr. Q Love, APOC Rocky, thank you, Joey Latz, JBW, Josh Spitz, what up, Josh? Almost workout time, yeah. McGavin, it's always a thing with me, I love Joe. Lila Flora, how you doing? Rail, G. Hanjo, GH Angel, how are you? Brandon Malone, Ali Ragab, When All Else Fails, nice name. Carl Westlip, weird name. Daniel Herrera, just kidding, Carl. Daniel Herrera, how you doing? Jessen, what's happening? Oh, that's a good, let's see. SFO, Patty, how you doing? Oh, Bob Vega, Tony Franco, Ferul Azama, Steve Blake Ford. Mick Gavin, I appreciate it, man. I can do a couple of sets of plates, but I'm used to taking longer breaks. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing, McGavin. You're done so much sooner, you know? Like sometimes you go in the gym, take those long breaks, and do both days. You could even do your first set of these where you do like 5 sets, where you take long breaks. Like say you use a plate, right? Do as many as you can, take like 3 minutes. Do it again, 3 minutes, just the one set. Then you get into drop sets. Now that you've done something heavy to start. So you can do that absolutely fine. El Catuela, what's happening? But you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you very much. Me and Meg will catch you later. Happy wendwellness. Thank you.